change. In our day-to-day life, we come across many changes in our surrounding. For example, dissolving sugar in water. Rubber band changes shape when stretched. Cutting of wood. Rusting of iron. Boiling eggs. We can classify them as physical and chemical changes. Physical change. Properties such as shape, size, color, and state of a substance are called its physical properties. Physical change. A change in which a substance undergoes a change in its physical properties is called a physical change. A physical change is generally reversible. In such a change, no new substance is formed. Cut a piece of paper in 4 square pieces. Lay these pieces on the floor or a table so that the pieces acquire the shape of the original piece of paper. Observation. You cannot join the pieces back to make the original piece, but there is no change in the property of the paper. Conclusion. No new substance is formed, so it is a physical change. Crystallization. Obtaining large crystals of pure substances can be formed from their impure solution. It is an example of a physical change. Take a cupful of water in a beaker and add a few drops of dilute sulfuric acid. When it starts boiling, add copper sulfate powder slowly while stirring continuously. Continue adding copper sulfate powder till no more powder can be dissolved. Filter the solution. Heat for some time. Allow it to cool. Do not disturb the solution when it is cooling. Look at the solution after some time. You will see large crystals of copper sulfate. Application. Purifying common salt obtained from seawater and purification of soluble salt. Take 20 ml aqueous solution of copper sulfate in 2 test tubes. Insert a new iron nail in one test tube and leave it for 15 minutes. The reaction. Copper sulfate solution, blue, plus iron, which is grey-black, gives iron sulfide solution, which is green, plus copper, which is brown deposit. Observation. The color of the solution changes from blue to green in test tube with iron nail, and iron nail has red-brown deposit over its grey color. Conclusion. This is a chemical change. FeSO4 and copper are new substances. We have seen that one or more new substances are produced in a chemical change. In addition to new products, the following may accompany a chemical change. Heat, light, or any other radiation, that is ultraviolet, for example, may be given off or absorbed. A color change may take rotten eggs. Fe plus 2HCl gives FeCl2 plus H2S. A gas may be formed. Change in state and formation of precipitate. Carbon dioxide, that is CO2 plus lime water, that is CaOH whole twice, gives calcium carbonate, that is CaCO3 plus water, that is H2O. Chemical changes are very important in our lives. All new substances are formed as a result of chemical changes. For example, if a metal to be extracted from an ore, such as iron from iron ore, we need to carry out a series of chemical changes. Continue adding copper sulfate powder till no more powder. Useful new materials such as plastics and detergents are produced by chemical reactions. Indeed, every new material is discovered by studying chemical changes. The process of rusting can be represented by the following equation. Iron, that is Fe, plus oxygen, that is O2 from air, plus water, that is H2O, gives rust, that is iron oxide, which is Fe2O3XH2O. For rusting, the presence of both oxygen and water or water vapor is essential. Prevent iron articles from coming in contact with oxygen or water or both. Method number 1. Painting, oiling and greasing. Galvanization. The process of depositing a layer of zinc on iron is called galvanization. Alloying. Stainless steel is made by mixing iron with carbon and metals like chromium, nickel and manganese. It does not rust.
Near the Qutub Minar in Delhi stands an iron pillar which is more than 7 meters high. It weighs more than 6,000 kg. It was built more than 1,600 years ago. After such a long period, it has not rusted. For its quality of rust resistance, it has been examined by the scientists from all the parts of the world. It tells something more about advances India had made in metal technology as back as 1,600 years ago.